Okay, so on this question, they got a piecewise function. They say it's continuous everywhere. That's important. It wants to find C. Here's the answer. How'd they come up with that? Well, let me show you a little graph. You don't have to graph, but I think it'll make it make sense. So we're saying there's some kind of value C. I have no idea where it is. Well, I do. It's at 2, it turns out. But let's suppose I didn't even know it. So there it is, some value C. Okay, so on the x-axis, right? Some place C on the x-axis. And at that place, this this right here, this is left of C, right? Less than, x is less than or equal to C. It does this function. This is y function values or y values, right? Y equals x squared minus 7 to the left of C. All right, whatever. So that's some kind of U shape. You don't have to know that, doesn't matter. But it comes in solid dot. Why solid? Because it's solid bar there, huh? Okay, and then this is greater than C, so then to the right of C, it does Y does that function. Okay. All right, so how does it do it exactly? Could it be like an open dot here and then like going off like that? It's open dot, by the way, because it's not doesn't have a solid bar there, huh? That's right. See what I mean? No solid bar. So it's open dot. It's not right on it. But anyway, could it miss it? No. The answer is no. It's got to be right there, and then it can do its thing. It can't be up here. This is no. Why not? Because it's continuous everywhere. What does continuous mean? You don't pick up your pen. So if you're tracing the graph, you can't jump up here all of a sudden. You'd have to pick up your pen. That's not continuous. They told us it is continuous. It continues without picking up your pen. So that means the left side and the right side have to be connected at the same height, don't they? So this left side here, which is y equals x squared minus 7, and this right side, which is y equals 4x minus 11, they have to meet, at least at C, they have to be the same height. So that means this, x squared minus 7, has to equal that, not everywhere, but at x is C, right there. At x equals C, they got to match up, don't they? So that means you can plug in C there, and you can plug in, get my pen working. There we go. C there. So you get C squared minus 7 has got to equal 4 times C minus 11. So, okay. So we got to solve that equation for C. That's what we're looking for. So now, notice it's a C squared equation. It's not just C to the first power. So this is where you need to know. This will come up a lot in this course. How do you solve a C squared or X squared or any letter squared equation? Well, step one is you've got to get a zero. It's a funny looking zero on one side. You got to get zero on one side. So let's subtract 4C and add 11. Subtract 4C, add 11 to both sides. What do we got then? C squared. Whoops, I thought I changed my color. C squared minus 4C, and then these two make what? Plus 4. And there's our zero. So we got a zero. You got to get a zero on one side. So we did it. Okay. What's next? Well, there's a couple of options. Step two is you can factor, with two parentheses, or if you don't want to factor, you can do the quad. I'll show that in a minute. Let me first show the factor method. You do either way you want. I know lots of students don't like factoring, but it is quicker if you can do it. So let me do that. So I'm going to factor with the two parentheses. It's all about FOIL, F-O-I-L. Remember FOIL? And you're going, okay, front times front to make front. C times C makes C squared. Then jump to that back. Last, what times what makes 4? Well, 2 times 2, right. What signs do we need? Both negative because n equals 0 is still there. Because they got to multiply to be plus 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 makes plus 4. Multiplies to be plus 4. And they've got to add to be negative 4 in the middle because that comes from two things, O and I. So that works. And then so what? Well, then this is c minus 2 squared is 0. How to get rid of that square? Root it on both sides, cancels out. And so then you get c minus 2 is 0 squared is 0, 0. Add 2 to both sides. Boom, c is 2. And that's the answer to the question. Now, the other way you could do it, we'll say, or if you don't like all that factoring stuff, you could use the quadratic formula. Remember that? The one that goes negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. It's a 4 there, all over 2a. Now, what's a? So I'll bring this down. This is c squared. What was it? Minus 4c plus 4 equals 0. So you could do this instead. This is, so a would be 1. It's the coefficient in front of c squared. B is negative 4. C is 4. So you just plug those into the quadratic formula. So we'll say, okay, negative b. So here's b. It's negative 4. It's going to become positive 4. Huh? So it's a negative sign from the formula, and the b is also negative. B squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. All right, and so let's see if we're gonna need some more space here. So, all right, so coming on down. What do we got? This would be plus 4. This is going to be 16 minus 16 all over 2. Oh, that's nice. So this is just gone 0. So it's just 4 over 2. Oh, yeah, we didn't need more space. Just 2. There it is. Because all the rest of the stuff's gone. Right. Was that too fast? 4 plus or minus 0 over 2. So that just doesn't do anything. It's just 4 over 2. It's 2. And so either way, you can do the quadratic formula, you can do factoring, and you get your answer. C has got to be 2. And there we go.